Good morning. Time to make the coffee, butterscotch and caramel this morning. It's only 25 degrees this morning, sunny, but it's going to warm up to 47, and then we're going to have a couple of warmer days. Yesterday was nice too. It was in the 40s, but it was cold. It was one of those damp days, although it wasn't raining. Just cold and sunny and damp. Well, the weather, I don't know, it's kind of crazy. So I was watching a video yesterday by Anton Petrov. He's a young guy that talks about space and planets and, what's going on with the James Webb, and, it's a cool channel. I mean, half of what he says is way above my head, but it's still interesting to me. And he was saying that scientists have discovered that the Earth's core spins, but it doesn't necessarily spin with the way the Earth spins. It's kind of autonomous and it's spinning. I know. I have no clue how it works. But anyway, they say it speeds up and slows down and stops, and they're not sure exactly how it works. So anyway, I guess the way they determine that is by seismic activity, even though they said it's got nothing to do with the number of earthquakes and things like that. But anyway, I guess it changes every 60 or 70 years. So who knows, maybe that has a big effect on our weather too. I don't know, I'm just guessing. Mother Nature is a force to be reckoned with. So anyway, I've got a bunch of stuff to put away that my daughter gave me. She dropped that off yesterday. And I didn't really feel like putting it away yesterday, so I have to do that today. And I have to start getting back to working on my closet. I want to get that done so I can move on to something else. So let me give my coffee a taste. Cheers. That's good. Well, my creamer's empty. I have to go in the basement and get another one. So yesterday I had some bags of spices that I dried over the summer. This is lemon verbena. I saved this to make tea because it makes a good tea. And then I also made this tea blend that has sage, lemon verbena, lemon mint, stevia, and some orange slices in there. And the directions that I put: a teaspoon of the tea, cup of water, steep for 5 minutes, and sugar and lemon are optional. I usually don't put lemon in my tea. But anyway, so I made this big thing of tea, and I have a couple tea bags that are reusable. So I did that, and I also made a spice blend, couple spice blends from the cookbook that I got at Half Price Books. And they're really tasty, so I will make those again. So that's what I did yesterday, ground up a bunch of spices that I had, herbs, dried, that were laying around in bags. So now I have a couple spice mixes, and I filled up the rest of my spice jars with, like, I had oregano and chives and, just different basic herbs that I put into my spice jars. So that was one of my projects for yesterday. I did not work on my closet, so I have to get back to that. But anyway, for now, I'm going to enjoy my tea. Now that you've had your astrology and tea making lessons. Do any of you make your own tea? You grow your own herbs and things. I forget why the oregano or the sage makes good tea. It's got some medicinal purpose to it, which I can't recall. I'll have to look that up. But anyway, I'm going to enjoy my tea and take a look at my budget book, and then I'll be back. Spoiler alert, let's look inside my fridge. If you're tired of that, you can fast forward to the next section. Okay, this looks familiar, doesn't it? I thought, we haven't looked inside my refrigerator and freezer in a long time, and no worries, I'm not going to start the series over again. But let's take a look and see what's in my fridge, because I want to plan something for my meals today. So let's take a look, and I'm not going to do this every day, but it's been a while. All right, let's see. Up here I have some of my homemade zucchini and squash relish. That's really good if you mix it like with mayonnaise or mustard, or even by itself. It's good on sandwiches. I have my iced tea that I make almost every day. I took out some vegan cheese that needs to be eaten. It was frozen, so I need to make something with that. I also have some chopped up garlic. The condiments haven't changed too much. I still have some tofu and seitan here that I need to make something with. I want to use up that sour cream and maybe make something with the seitan, like, oh, I forget what you call it. Oh well, anyway, it'll come back to me. I have some marble rye. I have some cream cheese here with ranch. I have some sourdough. Lots and lots of cheese. Still have some of that pepperoni. I have some corned beef, some vegan corned beef that I made. It's good for a sandwich. I could have that with the marble rye, and lots of other cheeses. Down here I still have some eggs. Not too many, but I have a few eggs. I guess my daughter's chickens have slowed down a little bit. More of my zucchini relish. I have some yogurt that I want to make some new yogurt with, and this time I'm going to use this milk from the Dollar Tree. I still have a little bit of pickles, homemade pickles, grapes. Back there I have a bag of mushrooms. I have more soup. That's probably what I'll have for dinner. Finish that up. Produce, I'm not overstocked, but I do have these beautiful avocados from Aldi's. I think, well, I don't know, I might have one of those. I have a cucumber yet that needs to be eaten up. Not too much in the way of produce, which is good. I have 3 romaines, some carrots that need to be eaten. And down here, I still have some oranges and apples and limes, some tofu, some dried mushrooms, and I have some dried apples back there too. So not too much in the fridge. I still have my Meyer lemons. I want to do something with those. Those are from my little lemon tree. It's living inside. So here in the door, nothing much has changed. I have a little bit of peach jam left that I want to use up. Some hot pepper jelly. The only thing I use that on is cream cheese, like over the holidays. I'm going to see if I can think of something else to make with that. I still have some olives. Some of this cinnamon honey. My grandson likes that in his French vanilla, and it's great in tea. more lemon and lime. I have some kombucha concentrate back here that I bought quite a while ago for my soda machine. So I want to make that too. And then I want to get back to making my homemade kombucha. These are mostly wines and sauces. I use these for cooking, except this one. I should drink that one. Oh, Lizzie had to put her 2 cents in. And down here, just some condiments, mustard, ketchup, hot sauce, soy sauce. So that's what's in the fridge. Let's look in the freezer, which is still full. So the fridge isn't looking too bad. I'm not going to buy any more produce till I use up what I have. Up here, I had gotten some ice cream at Aldi's when I went last month, or whenever it was, whenever it was. But I haven't even opened it. I still have frozen butter, some banana bread up there, enchilada sauce, and that's actually frozen guacamole, and just various food substances. So I need to eat down my freezer. This I brought over from my mom's. It's plant-based. Some veggie rolls, spring rolls. Still have one garlic bread left. Some soup greens. More tofu. I haven't really done anything with this drawer. It's got frozen bananas, and this is all frozen fruits. These are all frozen veggies. And in the door, I have some more sourdough bread frozen. Still have lots of cheese. Some pretzel bites. And just various. This is Impossible Burger that I had gotten from Costco. And down there I have some frozen pepperonis from my flash food haul. So still lots of food in the freezer to eat. And my goal isn't to empty the freezer, it's just to have a reasonable amount of food in there that I can pull out and make meals with. All right, so that's what's in my freezer and the refrigerator. And that's all. Okay, yesterday was a no-spend day. So that's 7 days out of 12 so far that have been no-spend. Well, actually 7 days out of 11. Today hasn't passed by yet. So I don't know if I need to go to the Dollar Tree and get a couple more of those bins that I got the other day. And I don't know if I'm going to do that today or tomorrow so that I can get my closet done. So we'll see. So either today or tomorrow I'll have to spend a little money, but I want to get back to the no spend. So far so good. All right, how are you guys doing on your no spend? Leave me a comment below, or let me know if you're on a low spend and what you allow yourself to buy. All right. Well, good morning. Cheers again. So I'm sitting here this morning thinking, I did my budget. That was all good. Didn't have any other spending. I do have a Walmart membership that costs me $13.99 a month that I'm thinking about getting rid of because I really don't shop at Walmart that often. If I shop there every week, it would be worth it, I think. But you know, if you get the delivery, it's free, but you also, I mean, it's not really free. You're paying for the membership, but you also have to leave a tip. So the convenience is wonderful, but I really honestly don't order more than once a month from Walmart, and I could hop in my car and pick it up. You know, that's no big deal. Or I can go into the store. Now, I don't go into the store that often because of the temptation. You know, oh, this is a nice t-shirt. I think I'll get one in every color. Or, oh, you know how it goes. Well, not all of you know how it goes, but those of us with that issue, you know how it goes. So anyway, I'm thinking about getting rid of that just to cut the cost. I can always reinstate it if I choose to, and especially since spring is going to be coming up soon, you know, I don't have to worry about the snow, and so I don't know. I'm thinking about getting rid of that, and that'll save me some money every month. Because heck, I could buy 3 flash food boxes with that money. Well, almost 3. Well, yeah, I could buy 3 if you count the tip. So that's one thing I'm thinking about getting rid of. I'm also monitoring my internet TV apps. And I do watch all of them. I got rid of a couple of them. I got rid of HBO Max and I got rid of Showtime because I really wasn't watching those. And I figured if there's a series on there that comes on that I do want to watch, then I can always, you know, watch it for the month and then get rid of it. So that's one thing I'm monitoring on my budget binder. I haven't made a decision yet as to what I want to keep and what I don't really use. Now I do have Amazon Prime that I will keep because you also get their TV app, and that doesn't cost you anything extra. So, and I do order things from Amazon, so the free shipping is nice. But even with Amazon, a lot of times if an article has free shipping, it's also a little more expensive than one that you have to pay shipping for. But usually the ones that you have to pay shipping for are coming from God knows where, a lot of times from China. So it takes forever and a day to get them. So my Amazon Prime is something that I would keep. I would also keep my Costco membership because that's where I get my dog's food. So that is something I'll be keeping. I got rid of cable TV and I got rid of satellite TV a couple years ago, and I haven't missed it at all. Plus that they have say-so over what channels that they promote on their application or on their whatever. So I've had it where certain channels that I liked, they just discontinued them for whatever reason. So anyway, that I got rid of. My phone is not expensive. It's $30 a month, plus I also pay for my mom's. So, you know, that's not bad. And I very rarely go past my, I don't remember if I have, how many gigabytes of streaming I have. But, you know, when I'm somewhere where there's a Wi-Fi, like my daughter's or my house, I use the Wi-Fi, so that doesn't count towards that. So anyway, my phone is good. I will keep that. But listing all your things in your budget book and then monitoring them is very helpful. So I was sitting here thinking, because you guys all know I stockpile, And I came up with a list of pros and cons of stockpiling because honestly, sometimes I get really, really tired of stockpiling. So, you stockpile used jars, you stockpile anything useful, you stockpile. Not to mention the food you stockpile. Now, I don't think mine is like over the top, but we all have our own ideas about what's reasonable and what's over the top. So I do get tired of it. I get tired of saving this and saving that in order to save money. So, but all right, let me go over the lists that I came up with. So I'll give you the pros first of stockpiling, and this is my opinion. And if you have anything to add to my lists, please leave it in the comments below, because I can't think of everything. All right, one of the pros of stockpiling is you have food security. So no matter what's going on out there, you have the food you need and you can make whatever it is you want to make. And so that's a big one, food security. Another positive is it saves you a ton of money because you're not dependent, and this is another pro, you're not dependent on the supply chain to get you what it is you need because you already have it. And by the time you run out of it, there's a good chance that the supply chain will have it in again. I mean, like toilet paper, right? So that didn't affect me because I stockpiled. And I don't have like toilet paper for 3 years. I have a reasonable amount of extra toilet paper because that's one thing that I do not want to run out of. So I have plenty of that. I have plenty of paper towels. I have plenty of Kleenex, which I really don't even use. I use toilet paper if I need to blow my nose, but it's nice to have a backup of Kleenex in case you do run out of toilet paper. At least you have something available to use for that. So that's a positive. It decreases your shopping trips. If the weather's bad or if you just don't feel like going to the store, you don't have to go because you have it in your house. And decreased shopping trips decreases your gasoline use for your car. It decreases your impulse buying if you're like me and you're an impulse buyer sometimes. It decreases that because you're not going into the store to buy whatever ingredient it is that you don't have in your stockpile. You're prepared for most emergencies. Now, when I say most emergencies, if you have a power outage, you can always use your dry goods, and hopefully you have stockpiled an alternate source of cooking if you don't have a gas stove. Now, I have an electric stove, but I also have a little, it uses propane, a little burner thing. So I have an alternate source of cooking. I also have a little woods behind my house that if I needed to cook on a fire outside, I could go in the woods and gather some wood, and hopefully not everybody else in the neighborhood will have the same idea, but they probably will. I have a Berkey, and we have a pond right down the street. So in an emergency, I could always take pond water, ew, and maybe boil it and put it through my Berkey, they say you can do that. I also have the straws that, enable you to, let's say you're hiking, you get lost and, you don't have any water and there's a stream. You can drink from the stream with these specialty straws, at least in theory, and hopefully they work, because that would be bad. So that's a positive, to stockpile things like that. Stockpiling extra sources of heat, having enough propane as a backup, or if you have a generator, having enough gasoline if it's a gas generator, or I think they have other sources too. Now I have a very, very tiny generator that I could at least run my freezers off of if I had to keep my food frozen. So that's a positive. Now with the stockpiling for emergencies, that isn't always going to save you, because if you stockpile things and you have a big disaster, I'm talking about tornadoes, flooding and hurricanes, earthquakes. I mean, you take a look at the disaster in Turkey right now, and your stockpile is going to be at the bottom of that rubble, no matter where you are or how much you've stockpiled. So in those cases, it's probably not going to save you, but all we can do is pray that doesn't happen. So, because some things we just have no control over. Another positive of stockpiling is you probably will have healthier meals, unless your stockpile consists mostly of, prepared foods. But it's better than no food, right? So those are some of the positives that I could think of for having a stockpile. Now the negatives, and these are some of the things that I get tired of, but I just keep doing it because I think it's worth it. So some of my negative notes, I have notes that I made for myself. Your house gets very full. If you live the minimalist lifestyle, chances are you're not going to have a big, huge stockpile. You're not going to have a lot of clothes to fall back on. You're not going to have a lot of food to fall back on. You're going to be actually more dependent on the supply chain than somebody that has a stockpile. So it's like, well, do I want more space or do I want more security? Which is it? So for me, I want more security. But, I mean, there's pros and cons to each lifestyle, and you have to choose what works best for you. Another negative of stockpiling is there's a big potential that you forget what you have, especially if your stockpile isn't as organized as it should be, which mine is not. And that's on my to-do list, is to actually get it into a system. Now my freezers and refrigerator, they're organized, so I know what's in there. But my long-term stockpile is a mess. It's just a real mess. So there's that. You can forget what you have. It requires a maintenance system, which is what I'm talking about now, and as far as maintaining your stockpile. And not forgetting what you have. You have to have a way to monitor the older food and the newer food, and you have to rotate it and bring some up to your working pantry and restock your long-term pantry once you do that. So there's a lot of maintenance required in stockpiling. So to me, that's one of the biggest issues, is the room it takes up and the time it costs to maintain it. And that was another thing, the time required. Putting that time into maintaining a stockpile and putting food in there, you know, if you can, that takes up a lot of time. I don't can. I usually chop and freeze, but you know, you only have so much freezer space unless you keep buying more freezers, which costs more because of electricity, and your food will get freezer burned eventually if you don't get to it in time. So that's a negative as well. You know, if you stockpile food in your freezer, sometimes you don't always get to it in time. Overbuying, the potential to overbuy. You know, that's right up there too, because you get into the mindset, especially if you don't maintain and have a system. It's like, oh, I need to, this is on sale, so I'm going to buy it, and then you forgot you already have 10 of whatever it is, but you bought it because it's on sale. But you don't really need it, and you can't even realistically use it up in the time that you have to use it. Now, unexpired foods, I don't go that much by expiration dates. If it smells okay, if it looks okay, you know, if there isn't a potential for something like botulism, if it doesn't have bugs in it, I will probably use it. Like my spices, a lot of my spices, because I have a lot of spices, and I do use a lot of spices. But some of them are a couple years old, you know, whatever. And the thing with that is they're still okay, but they're not as potent as they were when you bought them fresh. So, but I still use them up, and it still imparts flavor to whatever it is you're cooking. So the potential for overbuying, if you don't have a system, is very high. Another thing, and this is the last thing, I think I got them all. Yeah, the last, your tastes might change. If you stockpile clothes, which I really didn't intend to stockpile clothes, it's just something that I liked, that I bought a lot of. But now I'm looking at it as, you know, saving money and what's classic, what isn't going to change in the way of style that I can keep and continue to wear over the years. But your tastes may change. You know, you may have liked palazzo pants back in the, when was that, 80s, whenever that was, and your tastes have changed, and you wouldn't be caught dead in a pair of palazzo pants or bell bottoms or whatever. And anyway, that stuff is going to go out of style anyway. But, you know, I'm talking about things like your classic jeans, your classic t-shirts, things like that. They don't change much. You know, you might put a trendy top on with a classic pair of jeans and have a brand new outfit. But your tastes may change. You know, you may say, I don't really want to wear jeans anymore, and you have, you know, 10, 20 pairs of jeans. Yes, it's possible. So there you go. But anyway, so those are some of the pros and cons of stockpiling. And yes, I get very tired of stockpiling. I get very tired of always cooking from scratch. There are times where I say, oh, I don't feel like cooking today, I would like to go out, call a friend and go out. But because of the money situation and I have other goals, I don't. I just say, well, make something simple. Make a sandwich, make a simple soup. You can make a simple soup by having stockpiled soup, instant bouillon, and throw in some mixed vegetables that you have frozen, maybe some pasta or some rice, and you have a very simple soup that will take you all of 5 minutes. You can't even drive somewhere in that time period and get yourself some food. But yes, I do get tired of stockpiling. I do get tired of maintaining my produce, but I feel like I eat healthy, so it's worth it in the long run. And it's just like, yeah, okay, you're tired of it, but, move on. Just do what you have to do. So anyway, that's my little chat today. What are some of the things that you find are positive and negative about stockpiling? If you stockpile, if you don't stockpile, let us know why you don't stockpile and your reason for not doing it. And let's have a conversation in the comments below. All right, well, I will be back a little later. I think I'm just going to have the rest of my soup, maybe a salad or a sandwich with it. I don't know yet. And I don't know yet what I'm having for breakfast either. So, and you guys are probably tired of that anyway. But I like to just put in a little blurb about what I ate today, because I know some of you like that because it gives you some ideas of what you can eat up. All right, well, I will be back in a little bit. I know that was a long chat, but I had to get that off my chest, that I don't always like stockpiling. So there you go. I'll be back. All right, today's breakfast is 2 hash brown patties. I got those from Aldi's, and 2 soft fried eggs. One of my favorites. Okay, well, I got my little cubby thing, and actually these bins fit perfectly in here. Now, it's not real sturdy. I thought it was going to be hard plastic, but it's not. It's soft plastic, but it's real easy to put together. So I think this will work. It won't be getting a lot of wear and tear, but anyway, this is how I'm storing my pants, and they're mostly just pull-on jeans and, softer fabrics. They're not real hard. So this is going to be going into my closet, and then I can just see what's in there. It's real easy to store. So the drawers were actually too shallow. I couldn't stand the pants up to see, and I was always fooling around what's at the bottom. So that wasn't working for me. So, and plus that, I have this wall here, so I couldn't put the drawers all the way over. So with these cubbies now, I can go all the way over to the wall and all the way over here. Then I'm going to see if I can move my shoes to my other closet. So, yeah, I have lots of pants, and these will probably be going up in my attic for storage, because I can still use them. So anyway, I don't know how these cubbies are going to hold up. They weren't that expensive, but I think they'll be okay. Okay, so then this is the plan. I still have to put this together. It's real easy to put together. these just slide on. Need to put some more there, and then you can put a second layer on here. So altogether, I want to see if I have enough with 6 bins. It's 9 bins altogether, but I don't think I'll need 9. I don't know. Have to wait and see. But anyway, I have to go to Dollar Tree and get more of these bins. So this is a cheap alternative, and I'm hoping that it'll hold up because the size is great. I mean, these fit perfectly in here. So okay, there's my cubby organization, and this comes with a little hammer to hammer on these ends and things, but I don't even really think you need that. It's good enough to just push them in by hand. All right, back to the closet. Okay, I got this all put together temporarily, and I just use these boxes that I already had until I get the Dollar Tree bins. It's working out great, but even if I store my pants this way, I can still see what colors I have. So that's another option too, but this works out great either way. And then up here I have some t-shirts. So that's been working out okay, and I'm sure I'll need to tweak this a little bit. And then the other side, I still have the shoes here, but that's neat. And I'm just going to store my stools here because I need these to get to my clothes because I'm short. So those will go there. So everything is neat in this closet. Those are purses up there, and they're kind of all stored sandwich style. That hasn't changed, and it won't. So, yep, closet's done, and it's almost 3 o'clock. Hello. I still have some of these left, so I could actually make 3 more cubbies. I don't know, we'll see. I'll either put them onto here, or I could do, I don't know. These are going to stay in the box for now. So that is my organizing project for the day, and now it's time for a cup of tea and a little relaxation. All right, well, it's dinner time, and I just have some more veggie soup. Nothing real exciting. I have 1 more container of this, plus I have 1 more container of made-ahead chili. And I'm going to add some garlic croutons to the top. And that is going to be my dinner. So, okay, I'm glad I got that closet done. Well, it's not done. I still have to get the other bins, but it's pretty much all set up the way I want it. So that's my project for today, and my no-spend day, and I'll be back tomorrow because that's all I have for you today, my friends. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. Thanks for watching.